Hello, Al Spinks here, and thank you for your continued support. In this post, I'll provide 3 steps on how to become leaders for change. I'll use the 3R concept of recognition, reconciliation, and reconnection as the framework for this discussion. You see, it's important to recognize that leading for change is just as important in our homes as it is in the corporate world, our place of work, or place of worship. For the rest of this post, I'll use the term organization to refer to any group we may belong to. You see, change constantly occurs all around us. Just take a look at the auto industry with the use of hybrid and electric cars. Also, take a look at the proliferation of cell phones and tablet computers. Personally, I'm still amazed at how often I purchase major items off the internet from the comfort of my own home. You see, I wouldn't have done these things 10 years ago. We need to understand that change is a non-negotiable part of life and can either be embraced or rejected. Step 1. As leaders, it's our job to recognize that if our environment doesn't change, it'll stagnate. We must be aware of those changes that will benefit our organization, then visualize how to seamlessly integrate this change into the fabric of our organization. And this is where the rub comes in, because, as you know, change is never easy to implement. Dr. Peter Sanji, author of The Fifth Discipline, said, "People don't resist change, they resist being changed." Ain't that the truth? The reason is that most of us are creatures of habit and in many cases will do whatever it takes to avoid changing those habits, even though we know in our heart of hearts that a change is necessary. Step 2. As leaders, we must figure out a way to reconcile those in our organization to the benefits of change. And to accomplish this, we got to become great communicators as well as visionaries, because we have to persuade those in our group of the need for this change in order to gain their cooperation. For example, how many have ever tried to get a teenager to wake up an hour earlier than normal without threatening them to within an inch of their life? It can be done, but it's not easy. Well, so far, we've visualized a change that'll benefit our organization. We've reconciled the members of our organization to the need for this change. And finally, step 3, now we must reconnect back into everyday working operations. You see, even though everyone's agreed to and signed off on the change at this point, we're sure to encounter resistance and find unexpected bumps in the road. But this is to be expected because change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and as leaders for change, we must be persistent and patient in its implementation. So, in summary, in order to become leaders for change, we must 1. Recognize the need for change and how it applies to our organization. 2. Reconcile those in our organization to the benefits of the desired change. And 3. Reconnect this desired outcome into daily working operations. I hope you've enjoyed this post, and here's hoping that you live today and every day passionately and with purpose. Thank you, and God bless.